Hey guys, welcome back. Vaporology, hitting it hard. We got the two new products I'm going to review here. I'm just going to do one, and then if you're interested in the tank, you can check that out next. So we're looking at the IPV D2 by Pioneer for You, and I have just been in love with this mod. I've been rocking it now for the last week or so. It's very easy to be all gushing out about your new device when you first get it. Then you use it for a little bit and you're like, oh, you know, maybe there are a couple things I don't really like about it. Well, that has not happened to me at all. The more I use it, the more I love it. So I'm rocking it with the Star Pro. This guy and temperature control, like these two are just made for each other. So let's just get into it here. The form factor of this thing is amazing. Like, oh, the hand feel of this mod beats, like I even like it almost, like I do. I like it more than my SX Mini, man. Like that's no word of a lie. So look at the size difference there for one. What? So this thing is tiny. Tiny. So here's that. Put it into perspective a little bit for you. Here's a 20-watt iStick. These are just tiny little things, right? It's not very much bigger than a 20-watt iStick. It's much smaller than the original IPV Mini or 2. I love it. The fact that they included this silicone sleeve really does make a difference. It feels so good in your hand. Obviously, if you're packing it around in swim shorts and stuff like that, this stuff's really grippy, so you might want to take it off, so it's easier to get in and out of your pockets. However, for the most part, I love it. I haven't dropped this thing yet, simply probably because of the grippiness and the hand feel. Oh, they've done a really good job chamfering these edges, and the button's super clicky. So this is Yeehee's, it's a Yeehee chip. It's an SX130H. Very nice setup for the price point. I think I paid $55 for this thing shipped, and I couldn't be happier. So I'm rocking it at about 41 joules right now. I like a warm vape, so it's at 492 Fahrenheit. I got the 0.25 ohm star nickel coil in here. And the flavors are phenomenal. Absolutely in love with this thing. So let's take the tank off and give you a once around. So very easy, just the silicone case is molded right to the outside, so it's kind of hard to get off. I kind of just like to roll it up, and then it's easier to get it on. You just have to kind of work it down. So battery door on this guy slides down to reveal your 18650. You can pop it on like this. It's on very good. You can't just pull it off like you can. Nope. I've managed to get it off once, but it's pretty damn hard. So it's not coming off like that easily, that's for damn sure. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, as with all of these painted mods, but the aesthetics of it are awesome. Buttons very clicky, which I like. Spring-loaded 510. It's got a little chamfer on the back there. You pop the battery up. If you want to test your chip to make sure it is an authentic Yeehee chip, the way to do that is to pop the battery, hold the fire button down, insert the battery, keep holding it down, and there it shows you right there. So upside down, it is the SX130H version 2.0 is what that reads for me. So keep in mind, this mod is really only as good as the battery in which you use. It is rated for 75 watts, this little guy, holy crap. But you'll only get that off the first portion, maybe first quarter to half of your battery. As the battery life diminishes, it just can't provide the power that it needs to keep at that wattage. So I've found where I'm rocking it with my Star Pro at 40 joules, 490. It'll go all the way almost to dead at 41 joules, and I get a consistently warm, tasty vape. If you want to, like 50 watts, it'll hang out at 50 watts pretty much for the whole battery. But that's just my experience with my batteries. If you have better batteries, it'll probably perform even better. So let's just go through some of the features of this thing. 5 clicks will take you into the menu. I don't know how well this screen is going to show up. I'm going to try and get a focus shot for you here. So it's as good as I can get it anyway. Sorry guys. 5 clicks will take you into the menu. You got dual mode units. Now I'm into dual mode, so this allows me to adjust my temperature settings. If I'm coil, if I have titanium or nickel, I am nickel. So the exit, if I go in, turn the system right off. If you want to go into power mode, so you do that. It's pretty basic. It's straightforward. There are no memory features or anything on this mod. Those are kind of reserved for Yeehee's upper end chips. But for the most part, I freaking love this thing. I'm just in love with it. Couldn't say enough good things. For the price point, I think you're laughing. So let's look at the menu in the box. So you get nice. So it's presented quite well, shrink wrapped and everything. You pop it open. You get your little user manual at the front here, as well as a warranty card. The warranty is good for 3 months, protecting the original owner against manufacturer's defects in workmanship and/or materials. This warranty is valid from the date of purchase for a total of 3 months with original receipt. So they'll gladly repair it for you at no charge or replace it with a new one at their discretion. It does come with a USB cable, although it's not really a USB cable. It's a 1.35 millimeter jack. So there actually is no USB port on this device. It plugs into the bottom and you charge it like so. So there'll be no updating. There's no firmware updates. That's kind of it. However, it is a Yeehee chip. They've kind of done their homework. I've had no issues with it. It runs phenomenally well. It doesn't. One thing in temperature control mode, like when you go in, you lock your resistance just like an IPv4, and you start vaping. It'll show you your resistance moving as the coil heats up, but it doesn't show you your temperature ramp up to temperature. However, it does work very accurately. You set your temperature down low, it will limit it there. So it does work phenomenally well. It's just Yeehee's cheaper chip. It doesn't give you all the higher end features. So let's go through the menu here and just kind of break down what it says. So 7 to 75 watts in power mode. It says 3.6 volts to 7 volts, 10 joules to 50 joules. That's in power. Sorry, power mode it's 3.6 to 7 volts. In joule mode it's 1 to 7 volts. This thing will put out 25 amps of power. Standard in wattage mode it'll handle a 0.2 ohm or above. In joule mode it's 0.05 or above. Handles 100 to 300 degrees Celsius. It's 212 to 572 F Fahrenheit. So it is the SX130H chip. Some of the features, low voltage protection, low resistance protection, high input voltage warning, output short circuit protection, reverse battery protection, temperature overheating protection, and temperature control. So yeah, basically just goes through all the features and how to do it, what I just showed you, pretty standard stuff. So, you know, I've been rocking it with my Star Tank, and these two are just kind of made for each other. At 41 joules and a nice warm vape like I got it, I get all day, most of the day on one battery. So the power regulation is very good. So right now you need to lock your resistance in 0.233. It's important to do that when it's at room temperature. It can't be warm or the resistance will be way too high. And that's where I like it. So that's it. That is the IPV D2 in a nutshell. I gotta say, I'm in love with this flipping mod. 45 bucks and you're laughing. Hand feel is just amazing compared to my you know, SX minis and all that stuff. This thing just kicks them out of the water for size and portability. It's steel, so it does have a bit of weight to it. It's nice. It's not super light. It's not going to be super top heavy with your mod on there. So kudos to them. The screen is flush mount as well, so you won't get any glare off of a mirrored screen or any of that kind of stuff. Outside you can see it very well in broad daylight, and that's that. So I thank you guys for watching. I will be doing the Star Pro review next. I'll break it all down, show you that, go through some of the temperature control and all that fine stuff. We do have a lot of things on the way right now. The Smoke TF-V4, I got the dual coil RBA section for that as well. We're just keeping them coming, plugging away. So if you have any requests, please drop them in the comment section. I'll be happy to get those brought in for you guys. Make it cloudy, my friend. Keep calm. Vape on.